welcome to, or back to the channel. Pretty much starting the vlog where I finished off the last one. I'm actually going to the market. So it's pouring with rain. In the lift. I'm in the lift because this place is empty. I'm 2 stories down, otherwise I would have took the stairs. My arthritic knees can't take it. But the basement car parking is empty, so it's poured down all morning. So I'm taking that as a sign. I don't know what market store's going to be open. Made a list. Actually need like haberdashery, wool, fabric, graphic kind of stuff. So let's see. Take a look. Whoop, I think we've stopped. Well, that was mixed bag, to be honest with you. Some of the market stalls were really well organised, some not so much. But I tell you what just astonishes me, it's like people's behaviour. It's not very well these businesses putting everything into place, but it's the people walking around them, their behaviour. It's just, I can't work out if it's sheer stupidity in some cases or just like genuine ignorance. I don't get it. I was in one shop and there was a kid just running amok, you know, and I know it's not easy shopping with little ones, trust me, I know, but it's like at this moment in time, you know, sorry, going out, this moment in time, don't let your kids run around. There's so many people anxious and hypersensitive. That's just asking for trouble, in my opinion. You know, it just takes one person to just lose their shit with the kid, and then next minute you've got a full-on argument going on in the middle of the store. But anyway, done my hand sanitizer. Obviously, I'll have a good wash down when I get in. But on the whole, got some nice things that I'll show you. Didn't buy any fabric because well, firstly they didn't really have any sort of like nice cotton fabrics, which is what I'm looking for. And then one of the stores, I was also looking for jersey. He didn't appear to have any, but everybody's sort of had to like reorganize the layout of their stand, so it was a bit too packed. And as I approached his stall, there was nobody there, and then as I looked round, there was like a bit of a crowd. So I thought, I don't need it that much, so I just sort of left it. But yeah, and then all of a sudden it turned very, very warm, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so hot. But my hands were full, so I couldn't even take my jacket off to carry my jacket. So, and the other thing, if you've been around for a while, you would have appreciated this. I went to Starbucks. Slightly disappointed they got my name right, so I was thinking, oh, what name am I going to have today? But yeah, very charming barista. So yeah, now it's lunchtime here, so I'm going to head off home, have a spot of lunch. I'll show you what I bought. Then I might go over to the workshop because I've not been all week. And I think it's going to rain this afternoon anyway, unless we get a dry spot and then Lawrence wants to finish the planter off. We'll see. But I've got the whole weekend to go to the workshop. I want to cut some things out, and then I want to tackle a bit of painting. So I'm up to. Okay, on we go. like a fine knit sweater. Caught my eye. And then bought some toy filling because almost out of mine. And then I bought loads and loads of eyes, safety eyes. I did actually, I wanted the 7mm. I was going to get them off Kamer, but I wasn't sure of the size, and then I remembered another shop that sells them, so it's fine. So what I bought for my yarn stash, I'm a little bit ashamed, but anyway, I'm going to show you. Bought some nice, like this biscuity oatmeal Lee's Cotton Gold. So, ta-da, my stash. It's the Katona Escapiers. Okay, it's lunchtime, I'm starving, I'm going to eat. Okay, I've come to the workshop, but oh, it's a bit chilly in here, I'm not gonna lie. I think in the winter I'm gonna need a heater, although, no, actually I don't. There's the radiator in the corner. But it's a little bit fresh in here, I'm not gonna lie. I've took my jacket off anyway, because I'm sure once I start doing stuff, I'll warm up. And I've got the kettle on, because I'm going to make a hot drink in my Dawn's Day mug. But yeah, I've come here because I've got a whole stack of fabric that I want to cut out, and I've not really got room. I could do it on the dining table, I suppose, at home, but it's just easier here. And the thing is, if I don't feel like tidying up, I can just leave it, lock the door, and come back tomorrow or another day. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, and the other thing is, I don't know if I'm going to do this today, but I've brought wood filler with me because if you recall the 2 chairs I bought for the workshop that I'm going to paint, I actually want to fill in the mother and father carving, which some people might think it's a shame. It is a shame, but you know, I didn't buy the chairs for the mother and father, I bought them for the look of them. So if I get round to it, I'll fill them, and if not, I'll just leave that here. And then I also want to see if I've got time to do a coat of paint on that mirror I bought, the turquoisey blue. I'll see, but the priority is cutting out, because I'm not bringing my sewing machine here till I actually go back to my work office. So I will do all my sewing stuff in that cramped little craft room and suffer. I'm sure there's people a lot worse off than I am. I am just joking. Well, I'm not cold anymore. In fact, I'm quite hot. But it's hard work cutting things out. It's the precise measurements though. So I've got 3 zipper pouches, and I've got 3 drawstring bags that I can take home. And so then I really have to start taking pictures of things and posting them. Okay, I'm going to pack up and go home. I'm so tired and I'm hungry. Takeaway night. I had takeaway. It's really nice. It's called Capsalon. I think I've told you about this before. It's basically like fries with I had like chicken shawarma, like kebab kind of meat, and lettuce, garlic sauce, everything, melted cheese. So good. It was so bad, but anyway, I've come upstairs to edit the vlog, and you never guess what I found. If you've been watching a while, you'll know that I had intended to finish a wrap dress that I started last year, and I lost the pattern. I had all the pattern pieces, but I lost the actual pattern packet with all the instructions, everything. And oh God, I can't even tell you where I've searched. I've got in front of me, I've got like a stack of magazines, like so big. I even went through every single one of them and I just couldn't find it. Anyway, lo and behold, I've got 2 of these bags, these Dylan Camille bags, If you don't know, Dylan Camille is like, how would you describe it? It's like a household. Geez, I don't even know how you describe it. Basically, they sell everything, like utensil wise for your house, but it's got like a very sort of Scandi, organic, you know, pure feel. And they do actually work with a lot of organic stuff and vegan, and they sell everything. You can buy crockery, cutlery, every kind of kitchen utensil you can imagine. They sell cleaning pot, everything. I think I've took you in there in one of the vlogs, what, a long time ago. Anyway, but these Hessian bags are like bags for life. When my local one opened, the first time I went in, I think it was the day it opened, I got a huge one. And then I loved it so much, I actually went back the next day to buy something else, and they offered me a smaller version. And I took it because I like using reusable bags. My big one I use all the time. I take it to the workshop with me. I carry stuff up and down the stairs, you know, like wool and everything. I pretty much use it consistently. And I haven't seen this one for a while. So anyway, cut the story. I found it under a pile of fabric, and lo and behold, I'm just so grateful that I didn't attempt to Frankenstein the pattern together myself. Yeah, there's the pattern. And I think I've got another. I found one piece of the pattern which actually I don't need, it was just information. So okay, now I can yeah, and all the pattern pieces are there because I quite like it's like a nice pencil skirt there as well, if you can see it. And I'm making this dress, although I don't think the fabric choice is wise. I've got some scrap fabric. I'm so delighted because I was thinking, well, I had more fabric than that, and lo and behold, I did. I've got quite a wad of this fabric. It's beautiful. It's cotton, and I love the print, I love the colour, I love everything, and I've washed it. The only thing is it's very, very light, and it's a bit sheer, and I don't think it's the best fabric for that dress. I think I need something a bit heavier and more drapey, which I have got like viscose and stuff, so I've got plenty of fabric. So, oh, I'm so delighted. Anyway, the dress is all cut out in that cotton. It's all pinned together. Some of it has been sewn, but I'm highly delighted. So that's another project I can finish, hopefully, if I can understand how you assemble it. Maybe that's why I stopped making it. Maybe the assembly confused me. Anyway, I'm going to carry on editing the vlog so I can get it out so you guys can watch it tomorrow, hopefully. Oh, it's gone really cold here. I've got a sweater on, but I'm not able to really finish painting the planter at the bottom, but it's fine. It's not going to be a big issue. But I'm going to go and head out to the garden centre, buy all the stuff for it. We've had a break in the weather, but it's forecasted to be torrential rain the whole weekend, and it's quite windy, but should be okay. Did the groceries this morning, broke the cardinal sin again, and shopped at the weekend. Actually, it was dead. It was perfect. There was hardly anyone in there. I think last weekend, because it was so hot, people were going crazy barbecue shopping. So note to self, next time it's hot weather, shop on a Friday. Anyway, we're going to head out to the garden centre. If there's anything interesting going on, I'll show you guys, and if not, I'll show you how the planter plants up, hopefully, unless it pours down, which it's a good possibility it might just do that. stuffed a handful of almond nuts before I came upstairs, and now I'm regretting it now because I'm not talking to you. Anyway, I've just come up to the craft room this morning, so I'm going to get some sewing on the go. Last night my cousin organised like a general knowledge quiz via Skype, so we all dialed in. They did it last week, you know, on a whim kind of thing, and everybody really enjoyed it, so they decided to make it a regular thing. So it was my mum and one of my sisters. When I say one of my sisters, I've got 3 sisters. I've got 2 with my dad and 1 with my mum. So if I just say my sister, it's like, which one? So my mum, my sister, Estelle, my uncle, Mal, and then my cousins and one of my cousins' wives, so Greg, Paula, and then Greg's wife, Esme, and then Esme's parents also dialed in. And how they did it, the winner of the previous week set the questions for this week. So it was Esme's mum did the questions. My God, they were so hard. I mean, they didn't come last, but it was a close call. But it was so funny. It was actually funny seeing, you know, everybody struggling with the technology, and then screens were freezing, and I really, really enjoyed it. So we're going to do the same again next week. And oh, Estelle won it, so she's going to set the questions. So God knows what she's going to come up with. She's got a week to think of something. But yeah, it was really good fun, and they were really like clever questions, but so hard. Yeah. So this morning Lawrence has been over to the boat because we have had torrential rain here. Yesterday we bought all the stuff for the planter, and we're lining the planter, and we started measuring it and cutting it yesterday, and then it just started raining, and I said, you know what, just let's give it up. So yeah, we've got everything, so we're just waiting for a dry spell. And then anyway, this morning Lawrence said I better go and check the boat, because we have got a cover for the boat that we got. It came with the boat. The boat is second hand, to be honest with you, it's probably even 3rd, 4th, 5th hand. It's a real old chugger, but we love it. But the cover was in such a bad condition. We've never actually used it, and I think it didn't even fit properly. And it was always the intention that maybe we'll get a new cover made, but covers are so expensive, and the boat's not worth that much. So, you know, anyway, Lawrence has got what you call a bilge pump on the boat. So you just hook it up to the battery, and then switch it, you know, it switches on, and then it just pumps all the water out. So anyway, he went this morning, he said there was a lot of water, and we're expecting in an hour like another huge downpour. So I've just quickly pegged some washing out, all Joshua's white t-shirts, of which there's loads. So I thought if they can just have a blowout for an hour, they should be almost dry. But yeah, I've got to keep an eye on the time. So I'm sat here, I've just brought my sewing machine over from the little cramped area, and see if I can get a little bit of sewing done. I've got some bags to stitch up that I already cut out at the workshop the other day. Did want to pop to the workshop today at some point, because stupidly the bags that are ready and I was going to put on Etsy, I took photos of them and I forgot to measure them. And that's one of the sort of, you know, you should put measurements or dimensions of things if you want to sell stuff online. So anyway, I have to go to the workshop. I had a couple of other things I wanted to do there as well. So also Lawrence still needs to get his power tools out and come and help me hang things. You know, left a bit, up a bit, right a bit, down a bit. I'm sure he doesn't want to go, but anyway, I will just nag him till he does. Okay, I'm going to set the sewing machine up and crack on. Just come out to get some fresh air. I have been in my craft room nearly all day. My head is pumping. Actually, I've had a headache for a few days now. I don't know if it's the weather, but I'm sure that wrap dress is cursed. just saying to Lawrence, I've sewn some bags. So I wanted to finish things before I moved on. I had a little tidy up. And then I thought, right, I'm going to sit down and read through the pattern very slowly and carefully and make sure I understand it. Can't find the instructions. Spanish instructions, yeah. Nothing in English. I thought I was going mad because I could have swore I read English instructions when I found the bag the other day. Anyway, packed everything away, moved my sewing machine away, got everything together. Lo and behold, I found the English pattern just as it was coming downstairs. I thought I'd just leave it. I just can't begin to think this dress isn't meant to be. And I was just having a quick look at the plants. They're all thriving. Yesterday at the garden centre, you can, I know you can't see, I'll show you in a second. Bought all the compost and everything to go in the planter, but because the weather is so bad, you can see behind me that big black cloud. I'm going to hold off for a couple of days, but I've just looked at the plants. I bought two, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of them now, two creepers, japonicas, and I bought three little lobelias, and I forget what the other three are called. So like two climbers to climb up the back of the trellis, and then 6 little sort of hanging plants to go along the front of the planter, all sort of blue and white. But oh my god, we spent a fortune. But anyway, I was just looking at them, and a big bloody snail sat in the middle of my little plants. I'm going to go in and make a coffee, and my head's banging and I need some caffeine. Workshop. It's so hot in here. I've got a cardigan on. I think I'll take it off in a second, but I can't pick it up properly because it's wet, but maybe I can just tilt it a bit. So it's upside down. That's the colour of the mirror. As you can see, it's the same colour as the little hutch behind me, because the blue I originally bought for it, it's too light, it's really, really pale. So, well, luckily I remembered to put my painting pinny on. Yeah, so a bit disappointed in that because I was going to use it on the chairs, but it won't be wasted. I'll use it for something else. But anyway, now I've got a coat on that to leave that to dry. And then I'm going to put the wood filler on the chairs. And I think that's all I plan to do in here today. Oh yeah, and I need to measure the bags so I can put them in the Etsy shop because I forgot to do it the other day. I worked this morning. Oh, and I completely forgot. Maybe I just didn't know that we had a training. I was like, oh, Monday morning, no, please. But anyway, it's interesting. Today is just another short day at work, but tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm working like an extra hour, so 5 hours. And today was just 3 because they want to ease me into it slowly, so that's fine. I must admit, I'm tired. I didn't sleep too good the last few days. This weather's not helping. Okay, I'm going to put the wood filler on. I don't know why I'm really cold. It's quite nippy outside, but I'm just really cold. I haven't sat down too long. We're in the same position. But I've worked this morning and now it's lunchtime. But I've come back upstairs because I've been watching some stuff. But as I went downstairs, the postman had been, and there was a letter waiting on the hallway floor for me with a lovely card in it, and from Canada. I was like, well, the only people I know from Canada are like here, living in Holland, and I'm pretty sure during lockdown they've not been able to go back to Canada. So anyway, I opened it, and there was a letter inside. This, I can tell you exactly the date. This letter was written on March the 28th, and it's just got here now on June the 9th from Canada. This was actually part of a letter swap that Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful organised just before lockdown. And if you wanted to join in, you could register your name with Ali, I thought it was. Can't remember how she did it now. And then there was an app that matched us with people. And then Ali got into a bit of a pickle because the app sort of didn't match directly. It sort of matched. So there was a bit of confusion about who got matched with who. Anyway, I got matched with a lady in Canada, Shannon Bell. And so we emailed, exchanged our addresses. I think it was via the app, actually, if memory serves me right. And it's like, oh, that would be so nice to sit and write a letter, even though I've got the worst handwriting ever. Anyway, then so I bought a little card to put my letter in, and it just sat there, and you know, I kept thinking, oh, I have to sit down and write that letter. Must sit down, must put some time aside and write that letter. And then COVID hit, and then if you've been around for a while, you'll know that I got really sick. And yeah, I think it took me a good 4 weeks to start feeling better. And, you know, and I just completely forgot about it since then. It's just gone completely like poof out of my head until now. The letter's sat there on the mat, the doormat. So I'm absolutely like, oh my God, that was such a nice surprise. Also feel terrible now because I never did write to Shannon, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch this channel, but for sure she's an Ali viewer because that's how she's joined in with the letter swap. So anyway, this week I am going to sit down, make a point of writing to Shannon and letting her know, like, you know, why I didn't write to her. I feel awful. But also, like, how amazing it was today to get that letter. She's written me such a lovely, lovely letter. It sounds we're like a similar age as well. And she's got 3 kids, a bit older than mine. I thought she had 3 boys. Pets, crafter, you know, that kind of thing. So she just wrote a beautiful, lovely long letter. So I haven't actually got any writing paper, so I'm going to make it my mission, hopefully today, and if not tomorrow, to go and buy some proper writing paper. Maybe on Friday, it's my day off, I can really sit down and, you know, write a nice letter to her and just say thanks as well, really. How lovely is that? So yeah, very, very nice surprise. So I'll be definitely writing to Shannon, and hopefully it doesn't take as long to get to her as it's taken to get to me. It's what, it's like 6 weeks, is it? Wow, gosh. So I'm just I'm officially on my lunch break, but I've been checking stuff, and then this morning it was nice because I got up and Jeanette had uploaded a podcast, so I sat and watched that with my coffee. That was really nice. And that's the only thing, when you watch these lovely crafty podcasts, makes you want to go shopping and buy things and try more crafts. Terrible. Yesterday I was at the workshop, and I went over this, like, so there's like a group app went round that Now the renovations are almost complete. We've got this huge white wall in the foyer, not doing anything. So some of the ladies have organised that everybody can submit a piece of something to them, and then they'll get it all together and they'll make like a nice sort of, you know, display on the white wall, just so people who are visiting the art centre can see, you know, all the different kind of activities that are going on in there. So anyway, I've mentioned it before. I went over to Monique's workshop to ask like who the ladies were, 'cause I don't really know many people there, and then I ended up staying there for an hour with Monique and her gorgeous dog Benta. And you know, when you just, you know, when you get with another crafty person, and we were just sharing like places to buy fabric and all the different crafts we've tried, and you know, at some point I was like, oh my god, I better let you get on, because we were just like, it was so nice. And it's just when I meet these people at the art centre, I get so energized by talking to them, because after I finished with Monique, she told me like what she was going to submit for the wall, and you know, just to point me in the right direction. And then on the way out, I actually did meet one of the ladies who he's organising it. So had a little chat with her and another one of the ladies, and yeah, it was just like, oh, I'm so excited. And then I think in September they said they're going to arrange like some kind of open day, so I have to get busy really and make some stuff, because yeah, I'll open the craft workshop and maybe people can buy some things from me. I don't know, we'll have to see. Anyway, I need time to do that, don't I? Okay, I'm going to carry on, because I've got 15 minutes and then I'm going to start work again, and I've got a couple of private emails I need to attend to. Okay, finished for today. Now I'm just on my way to my bioresonance doctor, hoping he can help me, because I've been feeling pretty rough for quite a while now, and my energy levels are starting to struggle. Let's see. Last time I went to see him, I was like, I felt really sick for a couple of days afterwards, after we did acupuncture, so I'm hoping that's not going to be the case this time. But there had been like a really, really long gap, the whole COVID lockdown gap. So anyway, fingers crossed I don't have such an extreme reaction. Anyway guys, I think at this point I'm just going to wrap up the vlog, because I think I've waffled on for quite a bit over the weekend and the beginning of this week, and I've still got to try and edit it all and make sense of what I've been waffling about. So yeah, thanks again for joining. I think we've got a couple of new subscribers have joined, so welcome guys. I'd love to know how you heard about the channel. That would be nice. I'm always curious how people find me. I know a few of you have come over from Jeanette's channel, so that's nice. Lovely Jeanette. Don't forget as well, if you do anything yarn related as your hobby, your craft, Jeanette and I have got the make along. It's still going on Instagram till the end of June, so you've got plenty of time to make a few entries if you want to. It's really good fun. I've actually been making something else as well, which hopefully I'm going to finish before the end of this week, so I can show you. But for sure, you know, I do, the podcast is like the roundup of everything I've been working on, so I'll give you a good look of the mirror as well in the podcast. I've got a couple of little tweaky things to do with it, and then it should be finished. So yeah, hope you've all had a good week, and wishing you all a good week ahead. Stay safe and virus free, hopefully, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care, bye.